Good morning, guys. Are you getting my voice? Okay, very good. I am sorry, guys. I tried very much to upload the yesterday class to YouTube to share to you, but still it is processing in the processing state only. I don't know what happened due to lack of network or something. From yesterday onwards, this is the status here. Still, it is in 99% processing. Now it reached 99. In the morning, it is only 95%. Up to now, it has taken only 99%. I am trying still to upload that one to YouTube so that I can share you the link. That's why I am unable to share you the yesterday class. Guys, is it okay whether the screen is visible to you or not? Okay, guys, today we will see another small topic called sets. Now today we will see another small topic that is called the sets. Previously we have seen, guys, who is this? Please don't write anything on the screen. Okay, previously we have seen the three data structures, that is how to implement linked list, how to implement set, how to implement queue. Now we are going to see another collection called the set. Okay, the set like queue, there is a for the set also there is an interface in Java collection called set interface. Okay, similar to the queue. For set also there is a separate interface to create the sets, that is called the set interface is available in Java for creating sets. When we come to that one, if you see that diagram previously, see, for creation of sets also we have a separate interface called set. Okay, this set interface can be implemented by using three different classes are available for implementing this set interface, that is hash set, linked hash set, and the tree set. We have three classes are there. For creating sets, we have two interfaces are available. One is set and other one is sorted set. Two interfaces are available. Okay, by using these two interfaces, we can create the sets with the help of three classes. Three different classes are available. They are hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. When we come to the set, briefly first we have to know what is this set. How can we define a set? How can we define a set? Stack or queue or linked list. A set is also a collection of elements, but one point here is a set will not accept the duplicate values. In stack we can add duplicate values. In queue we can add duplicate values. In linked list we can add duplicate values. But when we come to the set, the duplicate values. Okay, we can insert only the different values only we can insert. We can't insert the duplicate values into the set. We can't insert duplicate values. That is the only point we have to remember about that one. Okay, the main point we have to remember is a set is also a collection of elements, but it can't accept the duplicate values. When we come to this set, I think all of you have some brief idea about the sets, how a set look like. Behind the mathematics, we have already seen the set of numbers. Now, when we come to this set creation, guys, are you following? Okay, good. Okay, when we come to this set creation in the Java collection, there is a separate interface available for creation of sets. That interface is the set. The set interface is there. For creation of sets, we have a special interface is available that is called the set interface is available. Okay, by using this set interface, we can create the sets in the Java program. We can easily create the sets by using this set interface. Since this set is an interface here, again we want some classes to implement this interface. Since the set is not a class, it is an interface. We want help of some other classes to implement this interface. So when we come to that one, we have three different classes are available in the Java collection to implement the set interface. One is hash set, tree set, linked hash set. There are three classes are available which are implementing the set interface. These three classes will get the properties of the set interface. They are getting the properties of set interface. Clear. Directly we have the set interface is available, but since it is an interface, directly we can't use the set interface. So we want some classes which are implementing that set interface. So to create sets, finally in Java, three different classes are available which are implementing the set interface. They are, one is hash set, tree set, linked hash set. Okay, I think you people have idea about the hash tables. Did you have the idea about hash table? Did anybody have the idea? Hashing functions, hash tables. Have idea about the hash tables and hashing concept. ఎవరికి ఐడియా లేదండి హ్యాషింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ హ్యాష్ టేబుల్స్ నోబడి ఎవరికి ఐడియా లేదా See, when we come to this hashing concept, అది ఎలా ఉంటుంది? We take a key value. Okay, we give key value to some hash function. It will return the position where we have to store the value. మెమరీలో ఆ వాల్యూస్ ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాలనే దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది? హ్యాష్ ఫంక్షన్ యొక్క రిజల్ట్ బేస్ చేసుకొని డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఆ హ్యాష్ ఫంక్షన్ ఏ లొకేషన్ చూపిస్తే ఆ లొకేషన్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, హియర్ వి కాల్ ద మెమరీ వేర్ వి ఆర్ స్టోరింగ్ ద డేటా యాజ్ hash table, and when we want to store the elements in the hash table, it will directly don't store in our order we want. Okay, the element will be given to the hash table, given to the hash function. Then hash function will give the location name where we want to store the element. Basing on that only it will be implemented. For example, say this one. For you, I have given a small example to understand the hash table. See here, this is similar. Briefly, what is the hashing? This is the hash table. These, okay, the entire hash table, each slot is called a bucket. One, bucket two, bucket three, like that. This is the hash table. Whenever we want to place some values in this hash table, here locations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 locations are available in this hash table. 15 buckets are available. First value where we want to store. Whenever we have the question, which value we have to store in which location, that means in which bucket, generally the decision will be made by this hash function. Okay, the hash function will decide. We give the key value to hash function. The hash function will apply the some methods and mathematical methods, and it will decide the in which location we have to store that value from 0 to 15. one value will be given by as an answer by this hash function. For John Smith, this function has given the answer 2. So we stored the value at this location. For the key Lisa Smith, the answer given by this hash function is 1, location 1. So we store the value in that location 1. For the key Sandra D, the location is given by this hash function is 14. So we place this one in this 14. The hash function hash tables concept will be like this. We give the key value to the hash function, and hash function will decide the location of the where we have the location where we want to store the item in the hash table, that is in which bucket we have to store. Clear? That is briefly the concept of these hash tables. Clear? When we come to the hash set, internally it will store the values by using the concept of hash table. Internally it will store the values. Okay, this hash, when we create a set using this class hash set, internally how it will store the values mean internally it will store the values by using the concept of the hashing. Clear? See, when we come to the hashing here, there is no guarantee in which order the elements will be stored in the memory. Okay, when we come to this hashing, one point is we don't know which value will be stored in which location. Why? Because the order is now we don't know in advance in which order they will be stored. Why? Because the locations are decided by the hash function. So there is no guarantee that all the elements will be sorted in ascending order or all the elements will be stored in the order we have given. There is no guarantee. Okay, basing on that hash function only, the order of elements will be decided. So there is no guarantee about order of elements. When we create a set using hash set, there is no guarantee of order of creation of elements. We will test that one in the program later. Is it clear? What is this hash set? Briefly, what is this hash set? If you are creating the hash set by using the if you are creating a set by using the hash set, internally it will use the concept of hashing. Is it clear? The first one. Next, when we come to the second one, tree set. When we come to the tree set, internally the set will be created. Internally, the set will follow one concept called red black trees. I think you have an idea about the red black trees. All of you have the idea in the DS or ADS in advanced data structures. That means in this previous semester itself in 2 I think you have learned about that ADS, red black trees, AVL trees, etc. Clear? Idea on the red black trees, red nodes, black nodes, some rules and regulations are there. Root node should be black node. Every red node should not be followed by a red node, like that. Some rules are there. Clear? Internally it will store the elements by in the form of a red black tree. It will use the internally for storing of elements. It will use a concept of red black tree. Here I have a question for you. When we come to red black tree, what is this red black tree? Well, it is, yeah, exactly. No two red nodes come together side by side. No two red nodes should be there. For each red node, there should not be a red node parent. There should not be a red node child. Yes, exactly. Next, when we come to this red black tree, whether it is a binary search tree or not. My question is whether red black tree is binary search tree or not. That means whether it is save the elements in the order or not. Yes, it will. It is a binary search tree. That means all the elements will be saved in the ascending order. So when we are creating a set using tree set, the elements will be stored in the ascending order. When we are creating a set using tree set class, internally the elements will be automatically ordered in the ascending order. In any order you have given, they will be ordered in the ascending order. It will rearrange the elements to form the ascending order automatically. Clear? If you see the red black tree, I have given a small example to recall you what is this red black tree look like. Okay, I think already you have done many examples on this one in your area. Just briefly to recall, I have given you this diagram. No red node will have red parent or red child. Every red node should not have another red node as a parent or child. Root node must be always black node, like that. This is the red. red black trees. Now, when we come to the third one, linked hash set. What is this concept of linked hash set? Okay, here when we are using the class linked hash set for creating the set, it will also use the hashing concept only. Okay, along with the hashing concept, it will use a linked list. Okay, while storing elements in the hash table, it will use the concept of linked list. The linked hash set will store the elements using hashing function and hash table only. But while storing the elements in the hashing table, internally it will take help of the linked list. Okay, how it will use the linked list, we will see briefly. For example, see, while we are applying hashing function for that element 2, for the key 2, it has given this location. For example, the location of XYZ is 1, the location of ABC is 2, 3, 4, 5. If you assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many buckets are available in the hash table? 5 buckets are there in the hash table. Is it clear? For example, if you assume 5 buckets are available in the, sorry, 5 buckets are available in the hash table, and for the key 2, it is given the location 2 only. For the key 2, okay, in this key 2, first for the element ABC, the answer given by the hash function is location 2. So in the location 2, we stored the element ABC. After some time, element DEF has occurred. If we are after applying hash function to DEF also, same location 2 has occurred. That means for the element ABC, for the element DEF, for 2 elements, same location is given by the hash function. Then 2 elements are there in the same bucket is given for 2 elements. Then internally how it will store the same 2 elements in the same bucket means internally it will implement the linked list, single linked list it will implement. See, for the 2 elements ABC and DEF, same bucket 2A has given, same bucket 2 has given. So it is storing those 2 elements in the same bucket by using the concept of linked list. Similarly, for the elements LMN and OPQ, for these 2 elements, same bucket 5 is allocated by the hash function. Since 2 or more elements are entering into the same bucket, how it will store the elements in that bucket means it will internally use the concept of linked list. That is the linked hash set. Is it clear? Sometimes the hash function will give same location for 2 or more elements, same bucket for 2 or more elements. When same bucket is allocated for 2 or more elements, in the same bucket, how 2 or more elements will be saved means internally it will store those elements by using the concept of linked list. Okay, that's why the third one is the linked hash set. These are the 3 different classes available for creating sets in Java collection. Is it clear? These 3: hash set, tree set, and linked hash set. Is it clear, guys? Now, when we come to the third one, linked hash set, if you are using linked hash set, the insertion order will be maintained. Linked hash set will maintain the order in which you have entered the elements. The same order will be used for storing the elements also. Okay, linked hash set will internally maintain the insertion order. Tree set will maintain the ascending order. Hash set, when we come to hash set, there is no guarantee about the order. We don't have any guarantee. We don't say it is in ascending order, it is in a given order. We don't know particular order. But when we come to tree set, it will store the elements in ascending order. Linked hash set will internally maintain the insertion order. Clear? These are the 3 different classes available for creating sets. In Java collection framework, we have these 3. These 3 classes are getting properties from which one? Internally, these 3 are getting properties from the set interface. Okay, there is a basic one called set interface is available. From that set interface only, these 3 are getting the properties. Clear? Since set is an interface, directly we can't use the set. So we are implementing the set interface by using one of these 3 methods, either hash set or tree set or linked hash set. By using any one of these 3, we can implement that one. That is briefly the first thing, how to create the sets. if in the run, we have to use one of these three. Clear? Now, when we come to this one, before seeing the program, we have to briefly see what are the methods available in for the set interface. What are the methods that are available? Add method, for adding an element to the set, we are using the add method. For adding a new element to the set, clear method, to remove all the elements from the set. To make the set empty, we can use the method clear. Contains, to verify whether an element is present or not. For setting an element in the collection, we have to use the contains. Contains method will specify you whether an element is present in the set or not. To know whether an element is present in the set or not, we are have to use the method contains. Okay, it will return true. If the element is found, it will return true. If the element does not found, it will return false. Contains is used to verify whether an element is present in the set or not. Is empty is used to know whether the set is empty or not. To know whether the set is empty or not, we are using the is empty method. Next, remove method. To remove particular element from the set, we have to use the remove method. To remove all the elements, we are using clear. To remove particular element, we have to use the remove method. To know the size of the set, that means number of elements in the set, we are using the method called size. Clear? Add method is there, remove method is there, clear method is there. Contains, to verify the element is present or not, we have contains method. To know whether the set is empty or not, is empty is there. If the set is empty, it will return true. If the set is not empty, it will return false. To check whether the set is empty or not. These are the some important methods available. This is briefly the theory part about that one. Sets. Okay. What are the classes available for creating sets? Next, what are the methods that we have to use? We can use on the sets. Now for this one, we will see the sample program, how to create the sets in by using Java collection framework. Is it okay, the theory part? Are you getting? Now we will see the sample program on this one. See, I have written a program for sets. In the program I created three sets. Set. Okay, I have created the three sets by using three different classes. We have three different classes are available for creating sets. So I have created three sets by using those three different methods. I have created three sets. One first set I have created is by using the hash set. I have created the first set. See, the syntax is similar one. Class name hash set. What is the parameter I have taken? Integer. The name of the set is set itself. I have taken as the name new hash set of. This is the first syntax I have used. By using the class hash set, I created the set. Clear? Here, what is the parameter I have taken? Integer. That means which items will be accepted by my set. My set will accept only the integer numbers. If I take here string, my set will accept only the strings. Like that. In this example, I have taken integer. Clear? After the set is created, to add the elements, we are using add method. What is the name of the set? First set name is set. So we added, yeah, exactly, similar to linked list. Set dot add of 27, 22, 29, 24. See the here, in what is the order we have given? 27, 22, 29, 24, and 25. Next, I displayed all the elements of hash set. Whatever the elements in the hash set in this one, I have displayed those elements. Next, after that one, I created another set with the help of class preset. By using the class preset, I have created another set whose name is sorted set. I've given the name of the set as sorted set. Again, I have created another one. If you observe this one, here also we are adding elements 11, 16, 13, 10, 15. We have given the elements. Okay, remember here the elements are 11, 16, 13, 10, 15. Next, when we come to the third one, by using the linked hash set also, I have created another one, L set. I have created another set whose name is L set. for this I am adding 9, 16, 13, 10, 15. So by using 3 different classes, totally I have created 3 sets, and I try to display all the values of those 3 sets. If I run this program, see the output screen. Whether this output is visible to you? Output is visible to you. Okay. If you observe the result of hash set, see what is the result here: 22, 25, 24, 27, 29. The order here displayed is 22, 25, 24, 27, 29. What is the order we have entered? The order we have entered is 27, 22, 29, 24, 25. That is the order we have entered. The displayed order is 22, 25, 24, 27, 29. That means hash set is not, there is no guarantee that hash set will follow some particular order. It will display the elements in some random order. Okay, we can't indirectly say it will display the elements in this particular order. Hash set will not follow any particular order. What about the result of tree set? If you observe the answer, 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, that means the elements in the answer are in ascending order. Clear? If you observe the elements, in which order we have given elements for the tree set? For the tree set, we have given the elements in the order 11, 16, 13, 10, 15. We have given in some random order, but it displayed the elements in ascending order. That means tree set is following ascending order. Why? Because tree set is internally implemented by using red black trees, which is an red black tree is a binary search tree. So ascending order is maintained. Did you get the point? Why it is maintained the order means it's internally. Next, when we come to the linked hash set, the answer it has given is 9, 16, 13, 10, 15. What is the order we have given? 9, 16, 13, 10, 15. Okay, when we come to the linked hash set, it has given the elements in the same order we have entered. Whatever the order we have entered, in the same order it has given the elements. That means linked hash set is following insertion order. Is it clear? Linked hash set is following insertion order. Tree set is following ascending order. Hash set is not following any order. We can't guess whether it will give ascending order or random order. We don't know in advance. Clear? We have created 3 different sets by using 3 different classes, and we have displayed all the elements of that one. Is it clear, this one? Okay, here the 3 points to remember is hash set. There is no guarantee that it will follow any order. Tree set, it will follow the ascending order of elements. Linked hash set, it will follow the insertion order of the elements. That is the point we have to remember. That is the first program we have seen. Okay, whether they are to confirm whether they are following which order. Next, I have created one more program to test those methods. Already we tested the add method. To test the remaining methods, okay, I have written a small program. See, now the next program is I have created a set using the hash set. I have created a set whose name is same set, and for this one I have entered the elements 27, 22, 29, 24, 25. The elements are to first I have displayed all the elements. If I displayed all the elements are displayed in some random order. 22, 25, 24, 27, 29. Some order, in some order it has displayed the element. To know the size, I am using set size method. The number of elements in the hash set are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to know if you want to display the total elements, we are displaying like directly by using that one. If you want to display the size of the elements, we have to use set name dot size. Set dot size, set name dot size. Next, contains. We have another method called contains. If you want to know whether 22 is present in the set or not, I am using contains. If set dot contains of 22, if the element 22 contains in the set, it will return true. So display the element was found. Else display the element was not found. Okay. If you are using this contains method, it will display, it will search for the element. If the element was found, it will return true, so that the if statement will be executed. Otherwise, it will return false, so that else statement will be executed. So we are using set dot contains. Other methods are remove method is there. If you want to remove any element, we have the remove method is there. For example, I want to remove the element 24. So I am writing set dot remove of 24. From the set, I am trying to remove 24. After 24 is removed, I want to display all the elements. The remaining elements after removal. After removal of 24. To confirm 24 is removed or not, I am verifying. See, beginning 22, 25, 24, 27, now the 24 is removed. After the remaining removal of 24, the remaining elements are these. That means yes, that remove is also working. Next, to checking, one more method is available, that is for similarly we can check for is empty. If you want to know whether the set is empty or not, we can check for is empty. If set dot is empty, we display set is empty. Otherwise, we display set is not empty. In our example, we know very well our set is not empty. So we are displaying a statement set is not empty. Why? Because we have some elements in the set. So to one more method is there, we have to verify, that is the clear method. Okay, to remove all the elements, we have the clear method. So first I will apply clear method. I will remove all the elements. Set dot clear. I am applying clear method to remove all the elements. Since set dot clear is working, all elements will be removed, so that now the set is empty. See, set is empty. If I apply set dot clear, set is empty. This is briefly how to create set by using hash set or linked hash set or tree set, and what are the some important methods available on the set. Is it clear, guys? Concept of the sets. How to create set using Java collection framework. Okay. This is briefly the today's topic of the set creation. Tomorrow we will see another important concept called the mappings. The next class we will go for the another concept of the mappings. Okay. One more time, I'm sorry, I tried to upload that yesterday video, but I failed. See, still it is saying the 99% only. From last night onwards, I am trying to upload that one to YouTube, but due to some network problem, it's by my side, it is not uploaded. If possible, I will send tomorrow video and today video class video also by the end of the today evening, and I will mail you the programs also. If anybody interested, check those programs once. Clear? Okay, we will meet in the next class. Is it okay, guys? Okay, before winding up, I have a small question. One point here we have to remember is, up to now, how many data structures we have covered? Linked list, stack, queue, sets. Here one point you have to remember is, linked list and stack directly have classes, whereas queue and sets have the interfaces. That point you have to remember. We have linked list, stack, queue, sets. We have seen 4 concepts. Out of these 4, one important point you remember is, for linked list and stack, directly linked list class is there, stack class is there. But when we come to the sets and queues, directly classes are not available, interfaces are available. For queue interface is there. For sets, set interface is there. So to implement queue interface directly, we can't use to create queue directly. We can't use the queue interface. Similarly, to create set directly, we can't use the set interface. We want some classes to implement the queue interface and set interface. To implement the queue interface, again we are taking help of linked list class. Again we are taking help of linked list class. To implement set interface, we have three classes are there: hash set, linked hash set, or tree set. So those points we have to remember. To implement queue interface, to create queue interface is there, but directly we can't use that interface. So we are taking help of linked list class for creating queue also. For creating sets, set interface is there, directly we can't use. So we have three other classes are there. Those are hash set, linked hash set, and the reset. Okay. For stack and linked list, no problem at all. Directly classes are there. So we have no problem. We have no need to implement any interfaces. Is it clear, these points up to now? Okay, guys. Okay. Up to now, this is the situation. If possible, if net is sufficient, I will upload all the classes by the end of today. Okay. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow we will meet again with mappings. Okay. Bye.